Welcome or welcome back to the Awkward Chronicles. My name is Larissa and today we are going over my Q1, my quarter one for 2024 reading wrap. So I have my handy dandy notebook that my bestie Julia gave me that has become my reading journal. So this is what I use for 2023 and for 2024, and it's super simplistic and I absolutely love it because I can't be bothered to do things that take more than 2 minutes. Also, we switched up locations because I wanted to hang out with my plants. Also, the lighting is so much better in here because the sun is reflecting into my bedroom right now. So I can't see, but you guys can. So you're welcome. I'm gonna go over my reading stats. I'm also going to go over the book tag questions that everybody does in the mid-year. I like to do them every quarter because I think it's fun. I just really like to go back and reflect on these questions every once in a while and compare quarter to quarter. I don't even remember what my goal was to read. I think it was 15 books, around there. It was either 15 or 18. I don't remember. Regardless, I ended up reading 22 books in quarter one. Goal to like read a little bit slower and just take my time with books. Yeah, that didn't happen. Lots of escapism still happening. This is what I love to like reflect, especially since it's in the same notebook. My quarter one total last year in 2023 was 25 books. All right. Well, good on me. I calmed it down a little bit. The number of pages that I read were 8,963 pages. Then the average rating for the entire quarter was 3.99. My strategy of not reading books that are less than 3 stars is going well. There was one book that I rated a little bit less after thinking about it, less than 3 stars. But other than that, solid reading quarter. Wow. The formats that I read the books in were 15 physical books, 2 audiobooks, and 5 Kindle. It's like, I thought I listened to a lot more audio, but because I dual read with the physical, I just count it as a physical book. So I definitely listened to more audiobooks, but just not in their entirety. It was more of just like flipping back and forth. So I classified it as if I read the physical book more, then I would put it as the physical book, not the audiobook. Just so you're not confused like I just was. But otherwise I did listen to a lot of audiobooks too, just not in their entirety. My genre, I need to take a drink of water. I can't talk. Oh, I forgot to water these today. They're still a little perky. I'll have to water them after this video. My genre breakdown was 10 romance, no surprise there, 3 general fiction, 4 fantasy, 1 historical fiction, 1 young adult, and 3 thrillers, and 0 nonfiction. That's surprising to me that I didn't read any nonfiction. If you want more in-depth on like what books that I read or anything, you can definitely go back and look at all of my wrap-ups. So I do have a playlist of all of my wrap-ups as well, my monthly wrap-up. So if you want more in-depth as to like what I read in the quarter, there's that. Hope that helps you out. Now let's get into the questions. Favorite book I've read in quarter one, and that would be Binding 13 by Chloe Walsh. I think I only had 4 5-star ratings, and Binding and Keeping 13 were 2 of them, and then Magnolia Parks Into the Dark and Butcher and Blackbird, I believe was, yep, that was the 4th one. So not a lot of 5 stars, but I'm trying to be a little bit more pickier with my 5 stars. Binding 13 found me when I needed it most, and it was the type of book that I could not put down. I would go to bed late. I would wake up in the middle of the night wanting to read it, so I did. I did not sleep very well when I was reading those books. Definitely a new favorite series for me, and I'm so happy to be here with it. And then, like I said, I didn't read any nonfiction, so I didn't have a favorite nonfiction read in this quarter. My least favorite read in quarter one was The Heartbreak Rule by Stephanie Archer. And I explained this in my wrap-up when I read it. I think it was in the February wrap-up. This was her first book, I believe, on like Kindle Unlimited. She has developed so much as a writer, and you could definitely tell that she hadn't found her flow quite yet. It was a little choppy. It's about a comedian, a female comedian, and she's trying to get her start and it's an enemies to lover. Also just the comedic portions of it, because you got to listen listen to the stand-up and the jokes just don't land when you're just reading them off a page. It was a little cringy, but she has definitely excelled as a writer now, and I am very much enjoying her Queen's Cove series, but I definitely still favor the Vancouver Storms, which makes sense because that is her latest series, and she has definitely just blossomed as a writer since then. So I don't hold the heartbreak rule against her at all. I'm glad I read it just to see how much progress she's made as a writer now. Then the best sequel you've read so far, Keeping 13 by Chloe Walsh. Surprise, surprise. As well as Magnolia Park's Into the Dark. Even, I mean, it's part of a series, so I don't know if that technically counts as a sequel because it's the 5th book, 3rd in that POV. We know the drill. But if it's specifically a 2nd book in the series as a sequel, Keeping 13 by Chloe Walsh. Chef's kiss. Amazing, phenomenal. Gosh, I love the series. Biggest surprise in Q1, and that is Listen for the Lie by Amy Tintera. And just because I was in kind of a slump and I wanted to just shift genres into that thriller, and I was eating it up. I did not think I would like that book as much as I did. Not that I didn't think I wouldn't like it. Books like that remind me how much I love reading. And same with the Boys of Tommen series. That was also a big surprise because I didn't think I would be obsessed with it as I was, because I went into it knowing it was like a YA high school, well, I thought it was originally college, rugby romance or whatever, and big surprise. And the newest fictional crush from Q1, Johnny or Joey or Gibbsy. Gibbsy, I want to be friends with. He's not like my big crush, but like I would have a crush on him. But like I have a friend crush on Gibbsy. I love him so much. But Joey and Johnny, oh, I love them. The Boys of Tommen have my heart. Like I said, I'm so happy to be in this universe. I'm so sad that I put it off for so long, but also happy because then I could just binge all of them. Well, majority of them. But yeah, Johnny and Joey are like just so freaking adorable to me. I love them so much. Book that made you cry. I feel like I cried a lot in Q1 when I was reading, but I don't remember which. I know there was many books that made me cry, but I only remember 2 big ones, and that was Magnolia Park's Into the Dark, as well as The Wishing Game. And I didn't remember crying in The Wishing Game until I was like editing my video. I'm like, oh yeah, I did cry. I was kind of having just like a good cry every book. Like every book I felt like made me tear up. I feel like the Happy Ever After playlist also made me cry, but I don't remember and I don't want to go look at the vlog, but cried a lot this quarter. That's good for you, you know? It's not good to bottle up your emotions, and I love to cry in books because I don't really cry much in my real life. So it gives me an outlet. Book that made you happy in Q1, and the Happy Ever After playlist, I just remember just like giggling, kicking my feet. It made me happy. Butcher and Blackbird also made me so happy. That was so fun. I'm so excited for the 2nd book. But I was giggling, kicking my feet about these serial killers who kill serial killers and fall in love. It was delightful. And Bride by Ali Hazelwood was also just fun. Her books are just fun. They are not serious. I had a good time. And I know some people it was very hit or miss for them. I was there for it. I hope she continues on with this universe because it was just so fun. And new releases that you haven't read yet but want to. I think I've like kept up to date on all new releases so far. So I'm not recalling any that stand out on my most anticipated list. I can't think of any that I've missed so far. There are gonna be so many new releases this coming spring, and I'm so excited. So let's get into those. My most anticipated release. We're doing releases, baby. All the books that are coming out in April, May, and June. I'm stoked. It is going to be the best reading spring. Spring reading. Oh, I cannot wait. And that is Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez. That comes out. That's already out. Huh. Yay, that's already out by the time this video goes up. How exciting. Then Funny Story by Emily Henry. That is probably my most anticipated because Emily Henry is my favorite author. I'm so excited for that one. Taming 7 by Chloe Walsh also comes out this month. It's Gibbsy and Claire's story. I'm so excited. And then Leather and Lark by Bryn Weaver comes out, I believe, in June. Daydream by Hannah Grace comes out in June. And Not in Love by Ellie Hazelwood also comes out in June, I believe. I might be lying about those. Oh my gosh. It's going to be such a great reading quarter. I'm so freaking excited. As far as goals that I have for quarter two, continue to mood read. Don't force anything. If I am not picking up what a book is putting down within a certain amount of pages, whether that's 50 to 100 pages, just let her go. Like I've been trying to do, I've been trying to get through my backlist TBR. I'm doing a really good job at that actually, but there are a lot of books that I am like resisting to read, and I just need to either get rid of them if I have no inclination of picking them up, and I just need to like let that go. I'm going to continue to dwindle down my physical TBR of my backlist titles, but also not forcing myself to read those if I do not want to. And just have fun with reading. It is going to be a fun spring. We're just gonna read to read and have fun with it. So hopefully you have that same goal. So let's head into Q2, heads held high in a book. If you want to stick around for anything that we get up to reading wise, you know, reading blogs, wrap-ups, TBRs, other Q&A stuff, feel free to stick around. Hit that subscribe button, as well as like this video. That would be great. Would very much appreciate it. As well as respect others, respect yourself, and do something amazing with your day. Thanks, bye!